Alright monkeys, welcome back to another tutorial. Before we get started, make sure you downloaded these packages in your Unity project. You could find them in the Unity website. I'll leave a link below in the description. In this tutorial, we will add the skin attachment system and then add a full mesh hair to make it curly. So let's get started. Okay, so now let's create a skin attachment data from the digital human packages that you downloaded earlier. I'm going to name it skin attachment data for Bender. Let's create another folder. Let's name it skin and add the data in there. So now let's select the mesh of your object, and this is where you'll see the skin mesh render. So right there, we're going to add a skin attachment target as a component. It's going to ask you for attached data. So add the data to this component, and you're going to see a warning where it says project has GPU skinning. So just put execute on GPU if possible. Also, for this to work, go to the model for your mesh right here, and you'll see that says read and write. Let's enable that and then click apply. So in order for this to work, okay, so now let's create another hair. Go to create hair asset. So click on the hair asset. For the settings basic, the type should be procedure, and then for settings procedural, the placement should be mesh. Then look for the mesh for the model that you're going to use. For this example, I'm going to use the Bender mesh. Then click build. And don't worry if the hairs don't look like the mesh for now. We could fix that later. So now let's create another object. I'll name it hair full body. And then in add components, add your hair asset. And you notice that the hair object doesn't have too many strands. You could barely recognize the figure. So let's increase the strand count. I'm going to put about 3,000, 4,000, and then click build. As you could see, that it's giving you it looks similar to the mesh before now, but we don't want to avoid putting too many strands to have better performance. If that's your objective, maybe you could just increase the diameter for that of each strand, and it will make your hair look thicker and fuller. But I'm just going to copy the transform to place it in the same location as my model, as Bender. That way it could look like it's fur from the same model. Let's see if we could improve the hair, how it looks, because it looks empty right now. If I increase the thickness, it does look a bit better. Let me see how it looks when it's moving. Oh yeah, you can't you can't move with the model if I haven't attached the skinning, the skin attachment data system. So now it should move with the model. As you could see, it's moving. Let's see how it looks with longer hair, thicker hair. Yeah, I still see a lot of red, so if you disable the rendering layer mask, if you put nothing, I think like that looks better since you can't see the model, and now it looks like it's full of hair. So now I'm just gonna change the color really fast. Let me do that. I'm going to leave it purple for right now. Let's see how it looks running with purple. I know, you know what, I think making the strands curly is gonna make it look better than adding gravity to it. So let's do that. Yeah, let's decrease. I don't like how it's moving. You could decrease the moving of the curls with in the section where it says settings physics at cell velocity. If you decrease the cell velocity, that will avoid the curls to move like that. And I think that looks, let's see how it looks when it's moving. Yeah, so that's how you add a mesh, a full body mesh with hair, and make it move by adding a skin attachment system. So if I missed anything, you could always go back to the Unity website and see what works for you. And if you have any questions, any comments, leave it in the comments below. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope the whole tutorial was helpful. For your projects, I hope it was helpful to complete your projects, and don't hesitate to leave any comments below if you have any questions.